Hey, everybody, welcome back to LettermenRow.com. I am Jeremy Birmingham. This is Birminology. We are once again talking to the top Ohio State recruiting targets, prospects, commitments from around the country. Today, we're going to welcome back in Sonny Styles, Ohio's top-ranked player in the class of 2023 and an absolute priority target for the Buckeyes in that class. Thanks for watching, and let's get to the show. Welcome in Sonny Styles to the show. Sonny, thank you for taking time, man. I know it's been a busy couple of weeks for you, and started on Saturday. You got a chance to get back to actually playing football and hitting some people. How did the first scrimmage of the 2021 season go for you?
I thought it was pretty good. I think we looked pretty solid as a team. Just looking to keep improving every week.
How hard is it for you guys, Sonny? Like you got like the best program in Central Ohio at Pick Central. I mean, you guys know that there's high expectations. How have you, as a leader, been sort of pushing that this summer?
I think we just need to stay together as a team, kind of block out the outside stuff, and I think we need to stay hungry. I think last year we got a little bit comfortable. We got used to winning a little bit, so I think this year on the hunt.
Now, obviously, you're talking about keeping the priorities and keeping distractions at a minimum. For a guy like you, the country's number 3 ranked player according to On3 Sports in the class of 2023, those priorities and distractions are pretty obvious. I mean, that's the recruiting process. You spent the entire month of June pretty much on the road and got a chance to see a lot of different parts of the country, a lot of different schools you're considering. Overall, how important was this summer for you?
I think it was pretty important. I haven't really got to go anywhere for myself on my recruitment. Of course, I've been to a few places with my brother, but obviously it's a lot different going there for when it's for you. So I thought it was good just to get out there and see as many schools as I could and just see different places. I know there's some places I'm more familiar with, but I thought it was really nice to go see some places I've never been to. And I think when I took like that little summer tour down south and stuff, I think every school I went to, I found something I liked about. Well, that goes for like any school I went to, honestly. I mean, which I think is pretty cool, and it makes it a tough decision to make. I mean, every school you go to, there's something you like the coaches, so it's going to be a tough decision for sure.
Yeah, it's almost like all these schools know what they're doing. Like they actually have an idea of how to recruit and to get good players. Was there one thing, and name the school, I don't care, but what was one experience that happened this summer that was totally different for you than you expected it to be?
I think something that was pretty different than a lot of other schools is how at Ohio State I was able to work with all 3 levels of the defense with each coach. I think that has to do also with me being so close, but I thought that was pretty cool, though, being able to do that.
Has it changed the way that you see yourself on the field? I mean, obviously at Pick Central, you're playing safety, you're playing some linebacker. Do you see a way, or when that happens this summer at Ohio State, do you go to your coach and say, yo, let me put my hand in the dirt. Let me do this. How does that change what you do as a player at Pick Central?
I think last year, what the team really needed for me and me behind that was my first year back. I just played more deep safety, playing middle field. But I think this year I'm going to be doing that stuff. And I think that was already going to happen. I think my dad and as well as Coach Monica, I think they had already had that in mind. I know my dad, he's always, but that's kind of the player he always wanted me to be able to do multiple stuff, be able to do multiple things. So I think he already had that in store for me.
Think about this last year, Sonny. I mean, I think it was basically August 20th a year ago when Ohio State offered you. Yeah, I think your video's a little froze, but you're good. You're back. Welcome back. That's the power of the internet, folks. We're doing the best we can. Sonny, it was like August 20th a year ago when Ohio State offered you, and your life. I mean, even though there's a lot of big schools that are in the mix for you, that's a life-changing experience for a kid from Columbus whose father played at Ohio State. Has this last year been what you thought? I mean, now that everyone knows your name?
Yeah, I guess you could say that, but I try not to focus on it too much. Just focus on my craft, my teammates, family, being a kid, things like that. So I try not to let it get to me too much.
But I mean, how do you react like when you're at Giant Eagle and people are asking for your autograph?
That hasn't happened to me yet, but I think it's funny. My sister was just talking about this the other day. She said she was at a someone a doctor. I guess some nurse knew who I was, and she was like, "Wow, that's really your brother." Blah blah blah. My sister talking about she can't go anywhere. I thought someone knew me. I thought that was,
But I mean that's part of the blessing and the curse. That's the blessing and the curse of what you guys do and what we do in the media. I mean, have you learned a lesson in the last year? Is there a moment or two that has come up when you're like, okay, I need to watch the way I do this, or I need to make sure that I talk to certain people this way? I mean, you know how the media can be. There, people are always looking to turn anything you say into a headline. Like, do you feel that sort of pressure?
uh, kind of. I think watching my brother do it and also listening to my family, I kind of know what to say and what not to. But I think something I have learned is like just social media and stuff. Like, there's going to be a lot of people who are say negative things. You kind of just don't really pay attention to it. So that's something I learned, I think.
How was your dad? Like, I mean, obviously your dad, his recruitment was not happening in the public sphere the way yours is and the way Lorenzo's did. I mean, is he shocked by it? Is he able to really guide you through it, considering how different it is than what he went through 30 years ago?
Yeah, I think he is. I mean, I know it's a little different, but I think I don't know. It just seems like he kind of he just knows like what's right and what's not. I think him and my mom, they're like a super team. They always know what's right. So I kind of just listen to them.
Your family's like the Incredibles. So I'm not sure which one are you in the Incredibles. I mean, that's the question. I mean,
I guess
I
I'd
don't
have
think
to be
you're
the baby.
Yeah, I don't know if you're Jack Jack. You're a little too big to be Jack Jack. But for you, Sonny, 4 visits to Ohio State this summer, and we cover Ohio State on Lettermen Row, so I'm going to obviously focus a little bit on that. But how did that change the relationship that you had? I know Al Washington's been your guy since last August, but how did it change things with Ryan Day for you? I mean, how did that relationship evolve this summer?
I think the relationship was pretty good. I got to talk to him multiple times. Sometimes it's not even about football. I think one time he pulled me to the side, we just played basketball, just chat a little bit. And I think it's pretty cool, just having the opportunity just to be there that many times.
You were the first player that Ohio State pulled into the Woody Hayes Athletic Center and gave their first name, image, and likeness presentation to. So can you try to just walk people through like how that opportunity has changed recruiting in your mind and how it changes what teams are saying to you?
I think it changed recruitment. I think some places, as a college athlete, well, first and foremost, you got to perform. But I think some places, it's kind of like you have bigger opportunities. Like those kind of big name cities, you have bigger opportunities. Sure. But I mean, for me, it's not really a deal breaker, but it's definitely something you take into thought. I mean, it's not something you're just gonna ignore and act like it's not there. But for me, it's not really a deal breaker.
Is there a feeling that it's too much of a concern at some schools? Are they talking about it too much as if to try to distract from what you have to do on the field? I mean, have you felt any of that?
No, I think most schools just like touch on it a little bit. Most schools really harp on it. I mean, we talk about it, but it's not something that's like the main reason why I should come there or something. Nothing like that.
I know that the state of Ohio and OSHA is supposed to be ruling in the next couple of days about how that can work for you guys in high school. If there's going to be some rules that are allowed or some sort of profiteering that you guys are able to do. If you're allowed to profit on your name, image, and likeness as a high school junior or senior, Sonny, like who's the first company you hope reaches out? Sheets? Come on. Sheets is delicious.
I don't know. I'll do like a restaurant. I'd say maybe like Cane's or something. I really like Cane's.
I'm here to ask the hard-hitting questions, man. I'm asking the hard-hitting questions today.
Yeah. I really like Cane's. That's one of my favorite places to eat.
Can I get your Cane's order, please? What is it?
I get the Cane Yacht combo, and I get like extra toast, no coleslaw.
Yeah, no slaw. Slaw's for psychos, man. The slaw's for psychopaths. Everyone knows about you as a player, Sonny. So, I mean, I don't want to divert too far away from what you are doing on the field, but I want to kind of rapid fire some questions at you. You know that old thought experiment where you just word association, I say something and you say the first thing that pops into your mind?
Yeah.
I want to do that. I want to do that. But at first, I want to know a few things. Your real name is Alex. Why are you named Alex? Where's that come from?
It was actually Alexander, and I believe it came from like Alexander the Great. You know, my dad thought I was going to do great things, so I thought that was pretty cool.
Where's the nickname Sonny come from?
It comes from the movie Godfather. Like when I was younger, I was a little bit of a hothead, and in the movie, I think his name was they called him Sonny in the movie, or Santino, and he's a bit of a hothead. I think that was actually how he died in the movie. So
how did you lose that? How did you lose that hot-headedness? So you're a pretty calm character now. You're pretty cool now.
I think I just learned to control my emotions. You know, I get mad sometimes. You know, sometimes it's good to have that on the field. So you got to keep that there.
Why do so many of Ohio's best football players like to play basketball better than football?
I like football better, but I also love basketball, of course. But I don't know. It's fun to be able to compete at a high level in multiple sports. So,
who makes the best fast food burger in Columbus?
Best fast food burger in Columbus? I don't know. I'm not a big burger guy. I haven't really experimented. Man, I don't even know.
What's the best video game? What's the best video game out there?
I play Call of Duty. I play a bunch of Warzone.
What is the best hype up song that you listen to before every game? Is there one that you go to?
Probably the Meek Mill's Dreams and Nightmares.
I mean, that's more of a Zach Carpenter thing, I guess, than me. I'm more into country music, but I'm old, Sonny. I'm real old. Okay, let's keep going. Favorite color?
My favorite color is orange.
Orange?
Yeah, a little different.
Is there like a specific shade, a specific hue?
It's not really specific shade. I think when I was younger, when we used to like draw in school, I used to just like the way orange looked when you color it. So it kind of was like my favorite color.
Okay. Favorite number?
Maybe 5.
You wore 15, right? You've been wearing 15 at Pick Central. How do you see that changing?
15. It kind of wasn't really like something I really chose. I kind of just give him 15, but I liked it. I thought it was pretty cool wearing 15. And now I'll be wearing my brother's number, wear 3.
Is that the goal for the future? 3?
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna be wearing this year, and then the year after. So that's pretty cool.
Why are single-digit numbers so much cooler for football players than 2-digit numbers?
I don't have a problem with 2-digit numbers. Like I think like some of the NFL guys, I know they just changed the rule with like single digits, but I think some of them look pretty good in the double digits.
What's your favorite fruit?
Favorite fruit? Maybe a banana.
I'm just going at you here today, man. I'm just going at you. I'm going at you with all the weirdest things I can ask you. I mean, that's just the way it goes. How do you like a steak cooked?
I get it medium well if I'm at a nice like steak place, like place that's known for their steaks. But like a normal restaurant, I get well done.
Yeah, you can't trust them. They're going to mess it up anyway. So I'm totally with you. How do you see this fall going? I mean, I know you're going to be at Notre Dame a lot. Your brother obviously playing there his freshman year. It's unbelievable. It's only going to be his freshman year. It feels like he's been there for the last 10 years already. But, you know, I know you're going to be at Notre Dame a lot. A lot of Ohio State fans are going to be concerned about that every week. He's back at Notre Dame again. He's back at Notre Dame. When are you getting to Ohio State? What are the plans for game day visits in Columbus versus Notre Dame? And where else do you think you absolutely will go this season?
I haven't planned the Pacific game yet, but I know I'll be at multiple for Ohio State and as well as Notre Dame. But I think Notre Dame, I think I'll be at my brother's first home game. And then when they play Florida State, I'll be visiting Florida State, but obviously he'll be playing as well, so I'll be watching him too. But some schools I'm going to Clemson. So obviously I'll go to Ohio State, Notre Dame, Clemson, Florida State. I'm gonna try to go to Alabama maybe or LSU, one of the two. see if I can get to as many as I can. You know, it's hard.
Yeah, that's a lot of work. You guys are going on. You play Friday night, and you got to get up and get on the road early. But you know, when we talked last year, right at the beginning of this, Sonny, there was this. I told you then, like, you're going to get tired of all of this stuff at some point. On the gauge of like totally empty, worn out over it to full, still loving every minute of the recruiting process. Where are you?
I think I'm still enjoying the process. You know, just enjoying building a relationship with coaches, getting to know these different programs and being more familiar with them. And I don't know, just trying to find the right place for me. I think it's been pretty good for me.
You said this summer is going to make things harder because you see all these things you like at different schools. But is there one or two things that you found this summer? Don't need to name where you found it or which places you found it, but that you now know is like the most important thing for you?
I'm not really sure what I would say the most important thing is, but I think maybe just when you get on campus, just having like just that feel, being there, like that the environment, like being around the players, the environment with them, how they act, just the attitude like of the program as a whole. I think that's something that always stands out to me. I think that's something I always look at, like when there's players around, I kind of just see what the room is like, feels like, you know, just getting a feel for the program.
Absolutely. Speaking of atmosphere, you open up your season 2 weeks from last night or Friday night at Massillon High School against Washington, in Massillon against Massillon, Washington. I'm going to be there. I'm excited to see you play in person and get a chance to go, you know, out there and play against one of the more prominent teams in the state. What are you most excited about to just, you know, hear that whistle blow and get back to work?
I think one thing I'm really excited about is just having a bunch of fans in the stadium. Haven't had that in a while. I think that's something I always liked, just like the packed stadiums and stuff. Like when I was younger and I was like the ball boy for like Central, I used to love like the home games, like the student section going crazy and stuff. And that's something I haven't really got to experience yet. So I'm looking forward to that.
Well, you're going to get no better experience than that in Ohio high school football than Massillon, Washington High School. So looking forward to that. I appreciate you taking time, man. I know it's one of these hopefully final relaxing weekends of the summer for you. So get on with that. And we appreciate you joining us on Lettermen Row.
Yes, sir. Pleasure being here.
No problem. That is Alex Sonny Styles. I'm Jeremy Birmingham. This has been Birminology on Lettermen Row. Thanks for watching.